So first of all, talking about setting expectations, it's really about transparency and predictability. We know that for evidence-based practices, for trauma-informed practices, that this is a key feature, that it's going to help with students as far as their ability to focus or retain information, or just, if they're coming from kind of a trauma background, this is a really critical piece. So this is taking a lot of intentionality, and let's kind of talk about what that looks like to get your team developing or refining your behavior expectations. So when I'm working with teams to do this, either if they're developing their site-wide behavior expectations for the first time, or if they're just revising or refining them, really focus on getting team buy-in for everybody and thinking about, what hills are you willing to die on? So looking at, when everybody's coming together and saying, okay, this is what we expect in this context, or this is what we expect here, I'm always checking in and making sure that people are really willing to enforce the expectations. So are they willing to prompt those expectations, remind those expectations, follow through with those expectations? And if we don't have at least 80% of staff really committing, then I say, well, we really need to look at whether or not this is an expectation that we want to put on our list or not. If you have some staff enforcing expectations and others not, then you're completely going against that idea of consistency and transparency across staff. So you have to really carve out time and have those long conversations with the team to really define what behavior expectations are most meaningful for your site. Bringing in some ideas about growth mindset, I think, for expectations are good too. Thinking about how we can build in expectations to students about how they can learn from their mistakes, or can we have expectations around, are they allowed to revise errors and resubmit work, or do you have an expectation around the power of yet? So maybe you'll have a site-wide expectation that you don't say like, I don't know, you might say, I don't know yet, or I can't do that. Instead of I can't do that, I can't do that yet. So thinking about, do you want to put some elements like that that will teach and promote other skills in the students as well?